So I would like to start my discussion with a very motivational line said by Swami Vivekanand ji, which always get me motivated whenever I feel there is something which is difficult for me. So उठो, चलो और तब तक ना रुको जब तक तुम अपने लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति ना करो. So, for me, starting for a life from a corporate to start on a life where I wanted to start my own things and want to, give something to the society back. So, ladies and gentlemen, Khambagani, I'm Praveen Vasist. I'm founder and director of G Express. So, I'm a first generation entrepreneur who always believe and for a hunt of the people who really wanted to start, do something different in their life, who always ready to take a risk, who always, believe that if they want to achieve something big in the life, they have to dream big. So my journey started, when I have completed my studies and started my corporate career, was working with lots of industries like FMCG, banking, and the logistics. I belongs to in a family which is, a business family, but, I don't want to be in a part of or join my parents' business because I really wanted to start my something like my own. So to learn, to experience, to get more experience, I, joined a different kind of industry where I have learned lots of things about the finance, about the accounting, about the mathematics, about customer experience, how you can create, a satisfactory customer or create an experience for your customer where they can get what they are actually looking for. So, while working my last company, I just thought and found a gap because every company wants to work with all the big customers. Nobody was thinking about that, there are customers who are having in a small scale and they also wanted to, scale up their business beyond the boundaries. So here, the gap I found between the organized and the unorganized companies, and we just started within a small idea, and we have created some solutions for these small players. So I'll tell you one thing, when we started G Express, so that was the time the e-commerce was very new for the country. So there are very few companies who are doing the cross-border e-commerce. So the cross-border e-commerce, to sell a product on a marketplace globally is easy, but the challenge comes with lots of things, which is majorly is the logistics, then payments, then compliances, what we are having here, what we are, having there at destination country. So to simplify all these process, with that idea, we have created G Express and created all these solutions, which is today, following by lots of sellers who are selling their product on the global platforms. So the journey was not easy because when you come up with the idea and think that you can do something differently, and the competition, and you think the people who are is going to compete you as the big brands, because they were already having their presence, they were already having their popularity, and they were having big pockets. So to challenge these companies, you have to, come up with a unique idea. So that's what we have designed. We, understand that what was the challenges, what are the things where we can help people to take their product, to showcase their product beyond the boundaries. So whether it is a market like US, Canada, Europe, Japan, Middle East. So we all know there are opportunities in the country, but at the same time, whatever the company, whether it's an MSME, whether it's in a small company, or whether it is in a manufacturer. They always wanted to grow their business beyond that cross border, which is we call an international market. So we come up with this idea that we can help these sellers because they are new, they were having a very uniqueness in the product, and they are the kind of artisans who have a very unique products. So we have helped them, guided them about the compliances, about all the process, and successfully take them to the global markets. So as I was talking about the journey, so when I left my job, it was again a big challenge because I was already working within a big brand and was having a very good salary or all those things. So when I decided that I need to start something my own to simplify the process to help those people who are still unprivileged to take their products to the global markets. So that's how we started. So we started within a small room. I took that decision that I'm going to leave my job and I just need to start this. So that's how we started with G Express. And as the journey was not easy, it was lots of challenges comes. But the one thing which I believe is yourself. So if you believe in yourself, whatever the hurdles are going to become, whatever the things, the challenges are going to become, if you are going to, believe in you, believe in your dream, believe in your people, trust me, the things are going to be very easy for you. So the journey which I'm talking about, what I had for this, so we started for one single small room. So when I just started this company, I was the only one who's the salesman, who's the accountant, who's the operations, who's the driver of the company. So I was, doing all those things my own. But we always believe that, the solution which we are going to create, the way we are going to understand this market was definitely is going to be turnaround positive for us one day. And that's what we have done, achieved today. So we are having not the presence in India. Now we having a presence in 6 continents and 12 major countries. And we become one of the first company of India which is having an Indian DNA and doing services globally. So it's not that, the people believe in our products, our services, our solutions in India. Even, we successfully created an experience and a solution for the global sellers as well who are selling their products on the global marketplace. So with my journey, I just would like to highlight few things. You are going to have lots of things. So the day when you want to start something different, people are going to tell you that it is impossible. Trust me, it is good that people don't believe you, because that is something is going to give you a power that, how I'm going to turn around this impossible to possible. And that's what, the day when I thought, I just put it that same thing on my arm that I am possible. So whenever I feel that, this things is going to be difficult, I just, see on my arm and think, yes, this I can. So this I can thing, you should, always believe, because you come within a different strength, you come within a, different mindset. So this is something which you always believe in yourself. So, it's not something that my story is going to be an inspirational story for you, or my story is going to get motivate you. It is something that you just need to understand that what is going to motivate you. So if it is, might be possible a book, a movie, or a person, or a mentor, or anybody. But if you think, or if you can control your mindset, it is honestly, trust me, you can do whatever you believe. So this is a power of belief. And I really wanted to share a small story, and I believe everybody, must listen this story before. But that story is something which, given me a clarification that what mindset is about. So you must see an elephant who's, just tied by a small hook in the hole, and that to an adult one. We all knows that if elephant wants, he can, just get free in few seconds. But he don't do that. Why? Because, when that elephant was on the small one, the early stages of his life, unborn, so that Mahavat used to tie him with that hook. And he tried a lot at that time, at that stage. And he decided one thing, he, set one thing in his mind, that this is impossible for me. So that is what called mindset. So if you really wanted to, break that thing, if you really wanted to do something big in your life, believe, dream big. If you really wanted to achieve something big, you have to dream big. So this is one simple thing which I learned in my life, that if anything which is most important for me is my will. So if somebody whatever going to happen with me, if my will is with me, if my himmat is with me, nobody can defeat me. So that's what I believe. And there are lots of authors, lots of movies, lots of books which you will see that which is going to giving you a motivation. So it is always a self belief. If you really wanted to grow in silence, there are few things which we taught from lots of leaders, lots of books, which we always believe that we should follow in our life. So I just like to give the another one motivational kavita, which is always a very important for me, which is written by Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, which is a very simple way where you feel that you are the one who can do anything. हार नहीं मानूंगा, रार नहीं ठानूंगा. हार नहीं मानूंगा, रार नहीं ठानूंगा. काल के कपाल पर लिखता हूं, मिटाता हूं, नए गीत गाता हूं. जय हिंद.